Hello, welcome back to Escape with Feathers, part 7, and this is a series in which we're making paper barn owls, and you should be up to the stage where you've made both of your wings, you've feathered the backs and the fronts of them with different kinds of feathers. You should be pretty good at this by now, and I've seen again a lot of the photos and they're amazing, they're incredible. Thanks for sharing those. There's black ones, there's pink, many colours of white. It's just, yeah, it's really fantastic to see, and they are looking wonderful. In this stage, this tutorial, this part, we're going to be doing the edge of your feathers, of your wings, covering up that edge, so you kind of got a bit of a messy back and front there, because you've got a slight blending of both sides of feathers, a bit of messy edges, and we want to make that look nice and seamless, as if the owl hasn't got any point at which those feathers started. And there are some specific sort of shaped feathers I create for that little ridge, which I'll go through how to cut and what shape they are, and also how to stick them down. And once we've done that bit of the wing, that's the wings complete, and they're ready to paint then. But also we're going to start to make the tail in this tutorial as well, because I thought this would be quite short, just doing the edging of your wings. But yeah, I'm going to get you in nice and close again, and I'm going to go through that point. Perfect. So now we're at the table, and what you're going to need are your wings, your beautifully made wings, scissors, paper and glue, and that's it. And what we're going to be doing is, as I said before, is covering this messy ridge of the wing. So that, I'm going to clean that up so it matches how beautiful the rest of your wing is, front and back. We want that edge to be the same. Okay, so the shape of feather we're going to be cutting, I'll show you a quick example here. Probably on my hands, probably better to show you. It's almost like a shell shape, and it is narrow at the base. It goes to a nice round, wide shape at the top, and it's fully long feathered as well, all the way around. So it's got lots of texture and detail in it all the way around it, so that these feathers will blend together and hide that ridge on top. That's what we want. And the back of them is narrow because we want that to hide in underneath the next feather. So each one slots in behind the last one, like so. Then your ridge is nicely formed of nice fluffy feathers all the way along, and we're going to fold these over the ridge of the wing as we stick them. So to cut the shapes, you're going to cut your paper into the strips you've been doing for all your feathers, and then work your way along this strip, cutting out that basic shape. So wide at the top, narrow at the bottom, like so. Okay, and then cut up a nice pile of those, and once you have a pile, work your way through and feather them. Now, I know you're all pros at this now, so I shan't explain it again. I'm just going to go through and cut this one quickly for you. Like that. So then you have, get it focused down here, you have that feather, all nicely feathered all the way around, like so. What you should be able to see is that nice rounded shape on top and narrow at the bottom. Okay, so get a little pile of those like I've got here, and then get your wing and your glue. And what we're going to do is we're going to start with our first feather towards almost the top, so where you're feathering and where actually that stabilising wing feather is, can't speak very well, that stabilising feather that pokes out the top, we're going to go just behind that to lay down our first feather. So you're going to grab your first one, and imagine it's going to bend over that top edge and be exposed either side of the wing. Okay, so I'm going to actually apply some glue to this now. Good old splurge of glue. This glue is so lively. Always explodes every time I open it. Right, so I'm going to put a bit of glue on my feather. Good coating of it. Grab the wing. Okay, and just behind that stabilising feather, and glue it down. I'm making sure that I'm bending it over the whole ridge of the wing so that you can see it, the back side and the front side there. You see? So it's completely covering that whole ridge, back and front. Obviously, as you start to build these up, as you work your way down, it's going to hide this whole messy ridge for you, create a really nice feathery top to the wing, which then just brings it all together. Number 2, so they come in just behind this one here, and you're going to cover up any unfeathered bit on the last feather so that all you see are the nice feathery bits of each feather laid on top of each other. So you're hiding that narrow flat bit of the last feather laid down. Okay, number 2 and number 3. And again, there's no given formula for how many this takes. It just takes as many as it takes. Keep working my way down the wing till it's all full. Nice fluffy feathers. It's really taking shape now. You can see the front there and the back and the edge. It's really starting to hide all that mess. All about hiding the mess on these wings. All the birds in general, actually. It's all about covering up your tracks. And the painting as well does that. Even more so. So you think, oh god, I've got glue everywhere, I made a right mess of this wing. Please don't give in. Please don't go, oh, give up. It's amazing what paint can do on top of this paper. And you'll be amazed how good it looks if you persist and get through that tough bit. It's like painting as well. When you get the base colours down, you kind of think, oh no, this is looking terrible, and then once you actually start to add more and more detail into it, it comes to life. You'll be so happy you didn't give up on it. I think every artist goes through that as they produce art, that midway stage of, oh no, this isn't going the way I planned. All the stress and fear and worry you don't want to show anyone. Then you get over that hump, persist, and you'll never look back. Okay, so that's 7 feathers now. No, 6 feathers, sorry, this is the 7th. I'm nearing the end of my ridge. Really making sure it sticks down and goes over the top of the ridge, the whole thing. So I'm really closing off that gap. A good thing to note with this is that when you stick these wings to your bird's body, there'll be a few more feathers you'll need to create to blend and blur that edge as it comes in. You don't want it to look like it's just come straight out of the body, an unnatural way. You want it to look really nice and natural. Okay, so we're getting there. I think one more. I'm going to allow this to flow a bit onto my wing support wire. So this feather will actually disappear into the body when you come to stick the body and the wings together. A bit more of that seamless look to your wings. Okay, so you can see how that stuck onto the support a little bit. Finish that wing off, and there's no seam on that now at all. The seam's gone. You get a flawless wing on both sides as well. And you get a slight ridge along here, but I promise you when you paint all the details onto this, you do not see any of this. You won't even notice it. The pure white wings, it still looks lovely. Cool, great stuff. Then obviously continue with your second wing, get that all seamed up as well, and then you have two complete wings, which is really exciting. And then you're ready to make your tail. And the little tail on these owls is quite diddly, not a big tail. You need your support sheet 1 again, and to the far left of your sheet you'll see the tail feathers all laid out and the shape of the tail here as well. Now you're going to do exactly the same as you did for the main flight feathers on your wings. You're going to trace all the tail feather shapes here and your tail support. Okay, then you're going to trace that onto paper and cut them out, but remember leave the very bottoms of the feathers attached to the sheet. They're like little tabs, so you can tear them off when you come to use them, so you don't lose them in a big pile. You're going to tape your tail support to the sheet, a little bit of tape, and then glue from number 6 on both sides right into number 1, slightly overlapping again on each one, onto the tail support, so you glue all the tail feathers on, create your little tail as well, and then you'll have tail and wings, and then you're completely ready for the body of the owl, which I am still figuring out how to show you the best way for people, because a lot of people have replied and said they haven't got modelling clay, things like that. Some people are saying the wire is a nice option for them, but I realise everyone hasn't got wire either. So I'm thinking to start with, I'll go for a nice paper option, which will give you a semi-3D look. It won't be a full 3D body, but it'll be like a 2D layered up version of an owl. And I'm going to figure that out for you and come back and do the next step so we can get these owls complete and looking beautiful. Because yeah, the wire ones, I mean these little blue tits in the background, they have the wire bodies underneath, which does give them a nice bit of body and obviously the full shape, and that makes them really tough as well. And you get this wire all the way through. The wire is just so it wraps onto whether it's going to hold onto a branch or whatever. But it's quite intensive making the bodies, and I realise that not everyone's got wire at home. So at a later date I'll probably do a little wire body tutorial for you, so you can make your own, completely own birds then, or anything really, because the wire is so good for that. It's a really nice, it's almost like drawing in 3D space. Every bend you make, it stays there, and you create a real solid form, which then you can stuff with tissue paper, cover with paper, and make absolutely anything, anything you like. But I say again, your wings are looking fantastic, and I'm really excited to see them fully finished, along with your tails as well. And yeah, the variety coming in are just stunning. I want to thank you for sharing that with me. And again, if you want to share with me and with other people as well, the hashtag #EscapeWithFeathers in Instagram is where they're all starting to collate now. So if you search that as well in the search bar, you'll see the whole grid of all these lovely pictures of everyone's wings. And they really do look amazing. And I hope you're enjoying escaping with feathers. Because in this time we're going to try and look after our brains a bit and do a bit of escapism. We can't always be watching the news and being worrying. So I'm hoping this is helping a little bit as well. And yeah, until next time, please stay safe. I'll see you very soon. Thanks.